Dreams are not random stories. They are not meaningless noise. Your brain uses dreams as a kind of nighttime therapy. While you sleep, your mind gently takes memories that carry emotional weight and begins to soften them. It separates the feeling from the event, allowing pain, fear, or stress to lose some of its sharp edges. This is why people often wake up feeling lighter even if they don't remember their dreams. The work still happened, quietly, in the background, like emotional housekeeping performed while consciousness rests. As the night goes on, dreams become longer and richer. The first dreams are usually short, simple, and faint, but as your body sinks deeper into sleep, especially in the second half of the night, dreams stretch out. They gain color, story, depth. This is why dreams just before waking are often the most vivid and the easiest to remember. And dreaming isn't something only certain people do. Every human brain dreams, even those who have never seen the world with their eyes. People born blind still dream, but their dreams are built from sound, touch, movement, smell, and emotion instead of images. This tells us something beautiful. Dreams are not about sight, they are about experience. Your brain doesn't need pictures to create meaning, it uses whatever language it knows best. Another quiet mystery of dreams is the faces you see. You may think your mind is inventing strangers, but it isn't. The brain cannot create new faces from nothing. Every face in your dream belongs to someone you have seen at some point in your life. A passing stranger, a person on a bus, someone in the background of a store, a face glimpsed once and forgotten by your waking mind. Your brain stores them all, and when it needs a character for a dream, it gently reaches into that hidden archive. Dreams also have a strange relationship with time. A dream that feels like it lasts hours may actually happen in seconds. Your brain stretches moments, compresses events, and rearranges sequences freely. Time inside a dream is not measured the same way it is in waking life. It's emotional time, not clock time. To protect you while all of this is happening, your brain releases special chemicals during dreaming that gently paralyze your muscles. This is one of the most important safety systems you have. Without it, your body would act out your dreams, running, fighting, jumping while asleep. Most of the time, this system works perfectly, keeping the body calm and still while the mind travels. When this system briefly misfires, people experience sleep paralysis, a state where the mind wakes but the body remains still. It can feel strange or frightening, but it is simply the dream world and waking world overlapping for a moment.
Babies spend far more time dreaming than adults. In fact, infants can spend up to half of their sleep in dreamlike states. This suggests that dreaming plays a huge role in building the brain itself. Dreams help form connections, strengthen learning, and shape the mind as it grows. As we age, dreaming time decreases, but it never disappears completely. Dreams also respond to the environment. They become clearer when your body is cool. This is one reason why people often dream more vividly in slightly cooler rooms. Alcohol, on the other hand, suppresses REM sleep, reducing dream time and emotional processing. This is why heavy drinking can leave people feeling emotionally flat or unsettled the next day. Perhaps the most surprising thing of all is that dreaming is not optional. When people are deprived of dreams, even if they still sleep, their emotional balance begins to break down. Anxiety rises, mood shifts, the mind becomes less flexible. Dreaming is essential, not just for rest, but for mental health itself. And all of this, every signal, every emotion, every story, is happening inside you right now as you drift closer to sleep. Your breathing slows, your thoughts loosen their grip. The mind prepares to open that door again, the door it opens every night, right on schedule. And beyond that door, the next layer of dreams is already waiting. As the door to dreaming opens a little wider, your body becomes heavier, so still that it almost feels like it's fading into the mattress beneath you. This is not an accident. This is protection. While your mind begins to wander freely through dream landscapes, your brain releases gentle chemical signals that tell your muscles to rest completely. It's like a soft blanket of stillness placed over your body. Your arms don't need to move. Your legs don't need to respond. Even your face relaxes. This temporary paralysis keeps you safe, allowing the dream to play without the body following along. Most nights you never notice this, but on rare occasions, if the mind wakes up a little too early, you may become aware of it. You may feel awake but unable to move, as if your body is still asleep while your thoughts are floating above it. This state can feel strange, sometimes even frightening, but it's simply the dream system and waking system crossing paths for a brief moment. Nothing is wrong. It passes on its own, like a wave that gently rolls away. As your mind drifts deeper, it continues sorting through the day you just lived. Dreams quietly decide what is important enough to keep and what can be safely let go. Memories filled with strong emotion are carefully unpacked, their feelings softened, their sharp edges smoothed down. It's why something that felt overwhelming yesterday often feels lighter the next morning. This is also why people who dream regularly tend to handle emotions better. Dreaming gives the brain space to practice feeling safely. Fear can be explored without danger. Joy can be amplified without consequence. Sadness can be released without judgment. Your mind learns how to experience emotion without being overwhelmed by it. As the night deepens, dreams become more complex. They stretch longer. They become more vivid. Colors sharpen. Sounds feel closer. Scenes change fluidly without effort or explanation. This is because the brain's memory systems are working together, linking ideas, emotions, and experiences that don't usually connect when you're awake. Sometimes these connections create solutions. People have solved problems, written music, designed inventions, and found answers to difficult questions inside their dreams. The dreaming brain is free from rules, free from doubt, free from fear of being wrong. It explores ideas the waking mind might reject too quickly. Your brain also uses dreams as rehearsal. It quietly practices future situations, conversations, challenges, dangers, so that if something similar happens in real life, you are better prepared. This is one reason dreams sometimes place you in stressful situations. Your mind isn't trying to scare you, it's training you, running simulations, learning without risk. Dreams don't replay memories exactly as they happened. They reshape them, they blend them, they change their order. That's why dreams often feel symbolic instead of literal. Your brain is not showing you a movie of the past, it's showing you how something felt. Emotion matters more than accuracy in the dream world. This emotional focus is why dreams can feel more intense than real life. Fear in a dream can feel overwhelming. Love can feel deeper.
loss can feel heavier. The emotional center of the brain is wide awake, while logic remains softly asleep. There is no inner voice saying, "This isn't real," so everything feels real. Stress and anxiety don't necessarily make you dream more often, but they do make dreams stronger, more vivid, more emotionally charged. The brain pays attention to what carries emotional weight, and it brings those feelings forward during sleep, asking to be processed, to be understood, to be released. Depression can change dreams in a different way. Dreams may repeat similar themes, returning to the same places, the same feelings, the same unresolved moments. This repetition is not a mistake. It's the brain knocking gently on a door, asking for attention, asking for healing. Creative minds often dream more richly. People who imagine, create, or daydream while awake tend to build more detailed dream worlds at night. Their brains are comfortable moving between ideas, between emotions, between realities. Dreams become an extension of that creativity, a place where imagination is unrestricted. Even when you don't remember a dream, its effects remain. Dreams quietly influence your mood, your reactions, your choices the next day. You may feel calmer without knowing why, or more sensitive, or suddenly motivated. The dream did its work behind the scenes. Your brain also connects memories during dreams that have nothing obvious in common. A sound from childhood might blend with a face from yesterday. A place you've never visited might feel deeply familiar. This blending helps creativity, learning, and emotional insight grow. It's how the mind builds meaning from scattered experiences. Highly logical thinkers often dream in symbols rather than stories. Their dreams may feel abstract, filled with strange images or repeating patterns. Emotionally expressive people may dream in strong narratives with clear characters and intense feelings. Neither is better, they're simply different dream languages. As you rest here now, your own dream language is beginning to take shape. Your breathing is slower, your body is still, your thoughts are softer. The mind is preparing to sink even deeper toward the layer where dreams grow richer, where imagination loosens completely, where the outside world fades almost entirely away. And as this happens, your brain continues its quiet work, sorting, rehearsing, healing, connecting pieces of your life in ways you don't need to control. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to guide it. You only need to rest. The next wave of dreams is already forming, just beneath the surface, waiting to carry you even further inward. People who naturally remember their dreams often share something quiet in common. They tend to feel emotions more deeply. Their minds stay open longer. Their awareness lingers just a little closer to the surface of sleep. It doesn't mean they are more sensitive in a weak way. It means their brains are skilled at listening, listening to feelings, listening to inner signals, listening to the subtle messages dreams like to leave behind. Anxiety doesn't always make you dream more often, but it does make dreams louder, stronger, more intense. When worry builds during the day, the brain doesn't ignore it at night. It brings that energy into dreams, turning the volume up on emotion so it can finally be processed. That's why anxious dreams often feel vivid, fast, or overwhelming. The brain is trying to release pressure, the same way steam escapes from a valve. Depression shapes dreams differently. Instead of loud intensity, dreams may become repetitive. You may find yourself in the same places, facing the same feelings again and again. This repetition isn't punishment, it's persistence. the brain returning gently to something unresolved, hoping this time it might be felt safely, understood quietly, and slowly loosened. Creative minds often travel farther in dreams. People who imagine freely while awake tend to build larger dream worlds while asleep. Their dreams may feel like stories, or movies, or drifting paintings. This happens because creativity is the brain's ability to connect distant ideas, and dreams are the perfect place for those connections to grow without limits or judgment. And sometimes, dreams quietly help with real problems, not by giving clear answers, but by shifting perspective. You may wake up with a new feeling about a situation, even if you can't explain why. Your brain has been exploring possibilities while you slept, trying different emotional outcomes, testing solutions in a safe inner space where nothing can go wrong. Dreams also act as rehearsals. They place you in conversations you haven't had yet, challenges you haven't faced yet, moments you may never experience, all so your brain can practice responding. This is especially true for fear. The brain simulates danger in dreams so it can learn without risk. It's not trying to scare you, it's trying to protect you. That's why nightmares often appear during times of change. New schools, new jobs, loss, growth, uncertainty. The brain senses unfamiliar territory and begins running emotional drills at night. Even when dreams feel uncomfortable, they are often signs that the mind is adapting.
Dreams rarely replay memories exactly as they happened. Instead, they transform them. A memory becomes a symbol. A feeling becomes a place. A fear becomes a character. The brain speaks in emotion, not logic, and dreams are its language. Understanding dreams isn't about translating symbols, it's about noticing how the dream made you feel. Stress can stretch time inside dreams. A short dream may feel endless. Moments expand, scenes linger. This happens because emotional processing slows the brain's sense of time. When feelings are strong, time becomes flexible. That's why intense dreams often feel long and detailed, even if they happened quickly. Some people daydream often during the day and dream vividly at night. Their minds are comfortable wandering, comfortable loosening focus. Others stay tightly focused while awake and dream in shorter, sharper bursts. Neither is better or worse. They are simply different rhythms of the same mind. Dreams also help the brain connect memories that would never meet while awake. A sound from years ago may blend with a recent conversation. A childhood place may appear beside an adult concern. These strange combinations help the brain build insight, creativity, and emotional understanding. Highly logical thinkers sometimes dream in symbols rather than stories. Their dreams may feel fragmented, filled with patterns, shapes, or repeating images. Emotionally expressive people often dream in scenes and characters. Again, this is not a difference in depth, only a difference in how the brain speaks to itself. One of the most fascinating things about dreams is how they exaggerate emotion on purpose. Fear becomes larger, joy becomes brighter, sadness becomes heavier. The brain does this because emotions are easier to process when they are clear. Dreams simplify feelings by making them stronger so they can be released more easily. Even dreams you don't remember still shape your emotional balance. You may wake feeling lighter or calmer or slightly uneasy without knowing why. The dream happened, the work was done, and the memory simply faded. Dreams don't need to be remembered to matter. As your breathing grows slower now, As your thoughts drift further apart, your mind is preparing to enter an even deeper layer of dreaming, a place where awareness itself begins to blur, where control loosens, and where the boundary between dream and self becomes softer and thinner. Your body remains still, protected by sleep, while your mind continues its gentle work, feeling, learning, releasing. And somewhere beneath all of this, another kind of dream awareness is quietly beginning to form, a moment where the dreamer may start to notice the dream itself. That awareness waits patiently just ahead, ready to rise when the mind is calm enough to meet it.
Sometimes, without you trying at all, a dream quietly solves a problem you've been carrying, not by spelling out an answer, but by shifting how the problem feels. You wake up with a sense of clarity, or relief, or acceptance, even if you don't remember the dream itself. This happens because your brain keeps working while you sleep, testing ideas gently, without pressure, without fear of failure. In dreams, there is no wrong answer, only exploration. Many people throughout history have discovered ideas in this exact way. Artists have heard melodies, writers have found endings, scientists have seen solutions appear suddenly, fully formed, as if the dream simply handed them a gift. The brain, free from rules, connects pieces in ways waking thought often blocks. While this happens, your mind is also rehearsing the future. Dreams often place you in social situations, talking, explaining, arguing, connecting. This isn't random. Your brain is practicing human interaction, learning emotional responses, preparing you gently for moments that may come. It's like quiet role play, done safely in the dark, where nothing can truly hurt you. Dreams are especially good at reducing emotional shock. When something painful or frightening happens in life, your brain doesn't process it all at once. Instead, it returns to it slowly in dreams, taking a little emotional weight each time, until the memory becomes easier to carry. This is why painful experiences often fade with time. Dreams are doing the slow work of healing in the background. People who daydream during the day often dream more vividly at night. Their minds are already comfortable drifting, already practiced at moving freely between thoughts. This flexibility carries into sleep, allowing dreams to become more colorful, more fluid, more emotionally rich. Dreams also help the brain connect unrelated memories. A smell from childhood might mix with a face from yesterday. A sound from a long-forgotten moment may appear inside a brand new scene. These connections strengthen creativity and insight, even if they don't make logical sense. The dreaming brain doesn't care about order, it cares about meaning. Sometimes dreams exaggerate emotion on purpose. Fear becomes larger than life. Joy becomes overwhelming. Sadness feels deeper than it ever does while awake. This exaggeration isn't cruelty, it's clarity. Strong emotions are easier for the brain to notice, process, and eventually release. Dreams turn feelings into bright signals so they don't get lost. This is why stressful days often lead to intense dreams. The brain doesn't ignore emotional energy, it redirects it. Dreams become louder, more dramatic, so the pressure can escape safely. When the pressure is gone, dreams often soften again. Highly logical thinkers often experience dreams differently. Instead of long stories, they may see symbols, patterns, or strange repeating images. Their dreams speak in abstraction rather than narrative. Emotionally expressive people often dream in clear scenes and characters. Both styles are equally meaningful. They're just different dream languages. As your breathing becomes slower now, your mind is approaching a special state, one where awareness may flicker briefly inside the dream itself. This is where lucid dreaming can begin. Lucid dreaming happens when a small part of your waking awareness turns on inside a dream without waking the body. You realize you are dreaming while still inside the dream. This state is rare but natural. It happens when the brain shows both sleep and wake signals at the same time, a gentle balance, not too awake, not too asleep, just aware enough to notice. In lucid dreams, the part of the brain responsible for awareness becomes active again. This allows the dreamer to observe the dream world more clearly, sometimes even shape it. But control isn't the goal. Calm is. Lucid dreams collapse quickly when excitement or fear takes over. Gentle attention keeps them stable. Some people learn to lucid dream intentionally. Others experience it by accident. Children do it naturally because their minds move easily between imagination and awareness. As adults, we can still reach this state, especially through calm focus and relaxation. Lucid dreams can be incredibly vivid. Colors appear brighter. Sensations feel stronger. Emotions feel deep but clear. Many people describe lucid dreams as feeling more real than waking life. This happens because the brain's perception systems are fully engaged, while logic remains softly asleep.
Lucid dreaming has been shown to reduce recurring nightmares. When the dreamer becomes aware, fear loses its grip. The brain learns that it is safe, even inside frightening dreams. Over time, this awareness can reshape how the brain responds to fear. But even without lucidity, dreams continue their quiet work. They strengthen emotional balance. They protect mental health. They help you adapt to change. They help you grow in ways you don't have to consciously understand. As you rest here now, your body remains still, supported and safe, while your mind floats freely through these inner landscapes. There is nothing you need to do, nothing to remember, nothing to control. The dream knows where to take you next. And deeper still, another layer waits, where dreams become stranger, where fear and wonder sometimes mix, and where the mind shows its most mysterious creations. That layer is already opening, slowly, quietly, as you drift further inward. Lucid dreaming begins exactly like this, not with effort, not with control, but with a soft realization, a simple thought that drifts through the mind like a feather. I'm dreaming. When this awareness appears, the dream doesn't disappear. Instead, it becomes clearer, sharper, more vivid. The brain is doing something unusual here. It's allowing a small part of waking awareness to turn on while the rest of the mind remains asleep. Two worlds overlapping gently, without conflict. Inside the brain, this moment looks like a quiet negotiation. The areas responsible for logic and awareness begin to glow again, while the dream machinery continues to run.
This mixed state is rare in daily life, but natural in sleep. It's like standing in a doorway between rooms, able to sense both sides at once. In lucid dreams, the dream world often feels more real than reality itself. Colors appear deeper, textures feel clearer, sounds feel closer. This happens because the brain's perception centers are fully active, while the usual filters of doubt and distraction are turned off. Nothing is competing for attention. There is only the dream. Some people discover that they can influence the dream gently from here, not by forcing it, but by calmly expecting things to change. The dream responds best to calm. Fear collapses it. Excitement wakes you up. But steady curiosity allows the dream to continue, as if it's listening. Breathing slowly inside a lucid dream often stabilizes it. So does touching something nearby, the ground, a wall, the air itself. These small acts of attention anchor awareness without breaking sleep. They tell the brain it is safe to stay. Lucid dreams don't follow time the way waking life does. A short lucid moment can feel long and rich, but even here time is flexible. The dream stretches and compresses experience based on emotion rather than seconds. A single scene can feel endless or pass in an instant. Athletes sometimes use lucid dreams to practice skills. The brain activates similar neural pathways whether you imagine an action vividly or physically perform it. This means movements practiced in dreams can strengthen real-world performance. The mind doesn't always distinguish between rehearsal and reality. Lucid dreaming has also helped many people heal from recurring nightmares. When awareness enters a nightmare, fear loses some of its power. The dreamer realizes that the danger isn't real, that the body is safe, that the mind is in control of the story. Over time, this realization reshapes how the brain responds to fear, even outside of sleep. Children experience lucid dreams more naturally than adults. Their minds move easily between imagination and awareness, between play and reality. As we grow older, we learn to hold on to control more tightly, and lucidity becomes less common. But it never disappears completely. It simply waits for the mind to soften again.
Meditation often increases lucid dreaming, not because it forces awareness, but because it trains calm attention. Meditation teaches the mind how to observe without reacting, how to notice without gripping. These same skills allow awareness to slip gently into dreams without waking the body. Sleep paralysis sits very close to lucid dreaming on the spectrum of sleep. It happens when awareness wakes before the body's protective paralysis fades. The mind is alert, the body still, and dream imagery may linger. Shadows, sounds, sensations, all created by the dreaming brain, projected into waking awareness. Though it can feel intense, it is harmless. It passes as the systems realign. Some people experience sleep paralysis right before a lucid dream. Others experience it right after. It is simply another crossing point between states of consciousness, not a failure, not a mistake, just a moment of overlap. Inside lucid dreams, emotion feels powerful but manageable. You may feel joy without fear, curiosity without anxiety. Even pain, if it appears, can often be changed by attention. The dream listens closely to expectation. The brain follows belief.
Researchers have even communicated with lucid dreamers while they were asleep, using eye movements, which are not paralyzed during REM sleep. Dreamers were able to signal awareness from inside the dream. This proved something remarkable, that consciousness does not fully disappear during sleep, it changes shape. Lucid dreaming activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and awareness, which is normally quiet during dreams. This activation creates the feeling of waking up inside sleep, but it's delicate. Too much activation wakes the body, too little and the dream continues unconsciously. That balance is the heart of lucid dreaming. Gentle attention, soft awareness, no force. Some people worry that lucid dreaming is dangerous or unhealthy. In truth, it is simply another natural expression of the brain's flexibility. However, like anything involving awareness and emotion, it works best when approached calmly, without obsession or pressure. Sleep is still about rest. Dreams are still about healing. Even if you never experience a lucid dream, the possibility itself reveals something important. The mind is far more flexible than we realize. Awareness is not an on or off switch. It's a dimmer. It can glow softly even in deep sleep. As you rest here now, your own awareness may be dimming, sliding deeper beneath the surface of thought, or it may be hovering lightly, observing without effort. Either is perfect. The dream does not demand attention. It simply continues, quietly, faithfully, doing its work. And beneath this layer of awareness, another realm waits, a realm where dreams grow darker, stranger, sometimes frightening, but always meaningful. Nightmares are not signs of weakness. They are not failures of sleep. They are signals, messages from the brain saying there is something here that needs attention. Nightmares often increase during times of change, when life feels uncertain, when something new begins, when something familiar ends. The brain senses instability and responds the only way it knows how, by preparing you. During nightmares, the brain exaggerates danger on purpose. It takes small worries and turns them into big symbols. It takes quiet fear and gives it a face, a shape, a story. This makes the emotion impossible to ignore, so it can finally be processed. The fear you feel in a nightmare is real in the moment, but it is contained. Your body is safe. Your muscles are still. Your mind is running a simulation, practicing emotional survival without real-world risk. Some nightmares repeat, the same chase, the same fall, the same loss. This repetition is not cruelty, it is persistence, the brain returning to a feeling that hasn't yet been resolved, hoping that each return will soften it a little more. Trauma changes dreams deeply. When something overwhelming happens, the brain does not replay the event itself. Instead, it replays the feeling, fear without context, helplessness without explanation. This is why trauma dreams often feel confusing and disconnected from real memories. The brain is processing emotion, not history. Even so, these dreams are part of healing. Over time, as safety returns, the intensity often fades. The brain learns that the danger has passed. The dream loosens its grip.
Sleep paralysis sometimes appears near this space as well. It happens when awareness wakes before the body's protective stillness fades. You may feel unable to move. You may sense a presence. You may see shadows or hear sounds. These experiences feel incredibly real because they are dream images bleeding into waking awareness. Across cultures and history, people describe remarkably similar figures during sleep paralysis. Dark shapes, watchers, pressure on the chest. This similarity comes from shared brain chemistry, not from anything supernatural. The dreaming mind is powerful, and when awareness meets it halfway, the images feel solid. Though it can feel intense, sleep paralysis is harmless. It ends when the brain completes its transition. The body wakes, movement returns, and the dream dissolves. Nightmares can even cause physical sensations, pain, tightness, pressure. This happens because the brain areas responsible for sensation remain active during dreaming. The mind creates a full body experience, even though nothing is physically happening. Nightmares are more common during teenage years, when the brain is changing rapidly and emotions run high. As adults, nightmares often become less frequent but more memorable. When they do happen, they tend to leave a stronger emotional trace. Fever dreams are another variation. When the body overheats, the brain's activity becomes less organized. Dreams turn chaotic, fast-moving, and surreal. Images shift quickly. Logic disappears completely. These dreams feel strange because the brain itself is slightly out of balance, not because anything is wrong. Some dreams feel prophetic, as though they predict the future. In reality, the brain is extremely good at pattern recognition. It quietly notices things you don't consciously register: tone of voice, small changes, subtle cues, and uses dreams to imagine likely outcomes. When one of those imagined outcomes later happens, the dream feels magical, even though it was a prediction based on hidden information. Déjà vu is closely connected to dreaming. Sometimes a situation feels familiar because it resembles something your brain rehearsed in a dream. The memory feels real, even if you can't place it. The brain briefly confuses dream memory with waking memory. Dreams can also replay moments you never consciously noticed: a sound in the background, a facial expression, a detail your waking mind ignored. Dreams bring these details forward and ask you to feel them. When fear appears in dreams, it often comes from pressure rather than danger. Being chased, being late, being trapped, these are symbols of stress, not predictions. The brain uses these images to express urgency and overwhelm. Falling dreams, one of the most common experiences, are linked to muscle relaxation. As the body lets go, the brain sometimes interprets the sensation as falling. It's a harmless miscommunication, a side effect of surrendering to sleep. Even screaming in dreams usually produces no sound at all. The body remains safely still, while the mind releases emotion internally. It's another reminder that dreams are emotional spaces, not physical ones. Through all of this, nightmares, sleep paralysis, strange sensations, the brain is not working against you. It is protecting you, teaching you, releasing what you cannot release while awake. As you rest here now, your breathing slow and steady, your body completely safe. Remember that even the darkest dreams serve a purpose. They are not punishments. They are part of the mind's deep intelligence. Some dreams feel unsettling, not because of fear, but because of heat. When your body temperature rises during illness or fever or even heavy blankets, the brain's signals can lose their usual rhythm. Thoughts jump quickly. Scenes change without warning. Images feel strange, stretched, or chaotic. These are fever dreams. They feel intense because the brain is working harder than usual, but they are temporary and they fade as the body cools and balances itself again. At other times, dreams feel oddly meaningful, as if they are trying to tell you something important about the future. Some people wake up believing they've seen what is going to happen, but what's really happening is quieter and more gentle. Your brain is very good at predicting outcomes. It notices patterns you don't consciously see, small changes in behavior, subtle shifts in tone, tiny clues hidden in daily life. Dreams take these clues and turn them into stories. When a dream later seems to come true, it's often because your brain already understood what was likely. This blending of dream memory and waking memory can also create the strange feeling of déjà vu. You step into a moment and suddenly feel like you've lived it before. Sometimes this happens because your brain rehearsed a very similar scene during a dream. The memory feels real, even though you can't place it. The line between dream and reality briefly blurs, then gently separates again. Dreams don't just replay emotions, they can create physical responses too. You might wake with tears in your eyes, your heart beating fast, or a tight feeling in your chest. These reactions are real. The brain activates the same emotional and physical systems in dreams as it does when awake. To your nervous system, the experience feels genuine in the moment. This is why nightmares can linger after waking. The feeling remains even when the images fade. But over time, these emotional echoes soften. Dreams help discharge emotional energy so it doesn't stay trapped inside the body. Nightmares are most common during periods of growth, childhood, teenage years, major life transitions. Whenever the brain is learning quickly, dreams become more intense. The mind is stretching, adapting, and dreams reflect that movement. As people grow older, nightmares often become less frequent, but when they do appear, they are often remembered more clearly. Adult brains hold on to emotional meaning more strongly. The dream leaves a deeper imprint, even if it happens rarely. Dreams also have a strange relationship with sound. You may hear music in dreams, sometimes familiar, sometimes completely new. The brain is capable of creating original melodies, blending remembered sounds into something unique. To the dreaming mind, this music feels real, even emotional, despite never having existed before. Smell appears less often in dreams, but it does happen. When it does, it's usually powerful. Smell is deeply tied to memory and emotion, so when it enters a dream, it often brings strong feelings with it. A familiar scent can instantly change the tone of a dream, pulling forgotten memories to the surface. Dreams can also change how you feel the next day without you realizing it. A dream may soften your mood, or make you more sensitive, or give you quiet confidence. You may think the feeling came from nowhere, but the dream already planted it gently during the night. Over time, dreams can even shift beliefs. Repeated dream themes can change how you see yourself, how you see others, how you respond to fear or hope. The changes are slow, almost invisible, but real. Dreams also influence hormones. Emotional dreams can affect stress chemicals, heart rate, and even immune response. Sleep and dreaming are deeply connected to physical health,
not just mental rest. Sometimes dreams place you in situations involving death or loss. These dreams rarely mean literal endings. Instead, they symbolize change, letting go, transformation. The brain uses strong images to mark emotional shifts. It's not predicting harm, it's processing transition. Dreaming increases the brain's flexibility. It strengthens imagination, problem solving, and emotional resilience. People who dream well tend to adapt more easily to change. Their minds are practiced at moving between realities. Some people dream as if watching themselves from outside, a third-person view. Others dream fully inside their own body. Neither is unusual. It simply reflects how the brain organizes perspective. Dreams can also create false memories. A dream may feel so real that it blends into waking memory. The brain stores emotion first, details second. Over time, the boundary softens. But while dreaming, your brain fully believes the experience is real. There is no doubt, no questioning, only presence. This belief is what gives dreams their power and their ability to heal. And even now, scientists still don't fully understand why we dream at all. They know dreaming is essential. They know it protects mental health. They know it shapes memory and emotion. But the deepest reason remains a mystery. Perhaps dreams exist not to be understood, but to be experienced, to be felt, to be allowed.
Some dreams feel strangely familiar, as though they are replaying something from long ago, even when you can't remember the exact moment. This happens because dreams sometimes pull from emotional memory rather than clear events. The brain stores feelings separately from facts, and at night, it brings those feelings back up to be felt again in a safer way. You might notice in dreams that you scream or try to shout, but no sound comes out. This is normal. Your body is protected by sleep paralysis, and your voice muscles are resting. The dream allows emotion to release without waking the body. Even without sound, the feeling still escapes. Falling dreams often appear here too. That sudden drop, that jolt that wakes you just slightly. This usually happens when the body relaxes very quickly and the brain briefly misreads the sensation as falling. It's not danger, it's surrender. The body letting go faster than the mind expected. Dreams of being chased are also common at this layer, but the chase is rarely about an actual threat. It represents pressure, deadlines, expectations, unfinished tasks. The brain turns stress into motion so it can be released physically inside the dream. When the mind feels overwhelmed during the day, dreams often speed up at night. Scenes change quickly. Images stack on top of each other. This is the brain trying to process too much emotion at once. Over time, as stress eases, dreams naturally slow again. Some people notice that dreams during this phase feel more symbolic than emotional. Objects stand in for feelings. Places represent states of mind. The brain simplifies emotion into images because images are easier to carry than words. Dreams can also feel deeply meaningful, sometimes more meaningful than real memories. This happens because emotion gives weight to experience. A dream may only last seconds, but the feeling it carries can stay with you all day or longer. Emotion is the brain's way of marking importance. At times, dreams create a sense of guilt, even when nothing wrong has happened. This isn't punishment, it's the brain testing moral boundaries, practicing decision-making, learning how to respond to responsibility and care. Dreams can also influence hormone release. Strong emotional dreams can affect stress levels, heart rate,
and even immune response. This is why good sleep often leads to better physical health. Dreams are part of that healing system. Sometimes, dreams simulate dying. These dreams can feel intense, peaceful, or frightening, but they rarely mean literal death. They represent endings, letting go, change, the mind using the strongest symbol it knows to mark transformation. Dreaming also increases brain flexibility. Neural pathways loosen, connections form more easily. This flexibility supports creativity, learning, and emotional balance. Dreams keep the mind from becoming rigid. Some people dream as if watching themselves from outside, a third-person view. This happens when the brain shifts perspective to observe behavior rather than feel it. Others dream fully inside their body, feeling everything directly. Both styles are natural. They simply reflect how the brain is processing emotion. Dreams can also create memories that feel real even when they never happened. Emotion strengthens memory storage, and sometimes the brain doesn't label the source clearly. Over time, dream and reality blur slightly. This is why dreams feel like memories instead of stories. While dreaming, your brain fully believes what is happening. There is no doubt, no question, only presence. That belief is what gives dreams their power to move emotion, to heal, to teach. Even now, science still doesn't fully understand why dreaming exists at all. Researchers know it is essential. They know people who stop dreaming experience emotional imbalance, but the deepest reason remains a mystery. Perhaps dreaming exists to remind the mind that reality is not only what we see with our eyes, that there are inner worlds just as real, just as important, and just as alive. Some people stop dreaming after certain brain injuries. When this happens, sleep still exists, but something vital is missing. These people often feel emotionally flat, less flexible, less able to process stress. This shows how deeply dreams are connected to emotional health. Dreaming isn't decoration, it's structure. It supports the mind the same way bones support the body. When people are prevented from dreaming, even if they are allowed to sleep, anxiety rises quickly. The mind becomes restless. Small problems feel larger. Emotions become harder to regulate. As soon as dreaming returns, balance begins to restore itself. This tells us something simple and powerful. Dreams are not optional. Dreams quietly shape how you feel the next day. You may wake feeling peaceful, or uneasy, or motivated without knowing why. The dream planted that feeling gently, like a seed placed beneath the surface. You don't need to remember the dream for it to affect you. Over time, dreams can slowly change beliefs. Repeated dream themes can reshape how you see yourself, how you respond to fear, how you trust others. These changes are subtle, almost invisible, but real. The mind learns through repetition, and dreams repeat what matters. Across cultures, people report similar dream themes: falling, flying, being chased, losing teeth, arriving too late. These shared experiences appear even in societies that have never communicated. This suggests that dreams come from deep shared human patterns, not just personal memory. Dreams can include smells, though it is rare. When it happens, the scent often carries strong emotion. Smell is deeply tied to memory, so when it appears in dreams, it can instantly transport the mind to a forgotten moment or feeling.
Music in dreams can be original. The brain can compose sounds that have never existed before. These melodies feel real and emotional because the same brain systems used for hearing are active during dreams. The mind doesn't need the outside world to create experience. Dreams can feel more meaningful than real memories.
This happens because emotion is stronger than detail. The brain remembers feeling first. A dream may blur in images, but its emotional tone stays clear. Dreams help emotional healing more effectively than logic alone. You can think about a problem all day, but it is often during sleep that emotional release finally happens. Dreams speak directly to feeling, bypassing argument and explanation. People who suppress emotions while awake often dream more intensely. What is pushed down during the day rises at night. Dreams become the voice for what was not allowed to speak earlier. Dream symbols change meaning over time. A place that once felt safe may later feel threatening. A face that once caused fear may become neutral. Dreams evolve as you evolve. They are not fixed messages, they are reflections of growth. Dreams influence hormone release. Strong dreams affect stress hormones, heart rate, and even immune response. This is why good sleep supports physical healing. The mind and body are never separate. Some dreams simulate dying. These dreams often feel calm or strangely peaceful. They represent endings, not danger. The mind practicing letting go, shedding old identities, old fears, old versions of self that are no longer needed. Dreaming increases brain plasticity. Connections loosen and reform. The mind stays flexible, capable of change. Dreams prevent the mind from becoming rigid or stuck. Dreams strengthen imagination, even in practical thinkers benefit. Imagination supports problem solving, adaptation, and emotional understanding. Dreams keep this system active. Some people dream only from a third-person view. Others always dream from inside their body. This difference reflects how the brain processes identity and perspective. Both are normal. Dreams can create false memories. Emotion strengthens memory storage, and sometimes the brain does not label whether the experience came from waking life or sleep. This is why dreams can feel real later. While dreaming, your brain fully believes the experience. There is no doubt, no questioning, only presence. This belief is what allows dreams to move emotions so deeply, to heal quietly, to teach without words. Dreaming is essential for mental health. When people lose the ability to dream, their emotional balance slowly fades. Anxiety rises, mood becomes unstable. The mind loses one of its most important tools for self-regulation. Even now, after decades of research, scientists still do not fully understand why dreaming exists. They know dreaming is necessary. They know it heals. They know it protects the mind. But the deepest reason remains unknown. Perhaps dreams exist not to be solved, but to be experienced. Not to be analyzed, but to be allowed. As you rest here now, your breathing slow and steady, your body heavy and safe, the dream world fades into silence. No images, no stories, no effort, only rest. Your mind no longer needs to process. It no longer needs to rehearse. It no longer needs to speak. Everything has been said. And now, sleep becomes deep, quiet, and effortless. Thoughts drift far away. Awareness softens. The night holds you gently. Nothing more is required. Nothing more is coming. Only rest and the calm, steady rhythm of sleep itself. If this calm journey through dreams helped your thoughts slow down or helped your breathing soften, then you're already doing it right. If you're still awake, you can support this channel in a very simple way by tapping subscribe so you don't miss future bedtime science stories designed to help you rest, relax, and gently fall asleep. If this video brought you peace, you can press like. It quietly tells YouTube to share this piece with others who may need rest tonight too. And if you feel comfortable, you're always welcome to leave a comment, telling us where you're listening from and what time it is right now. Some people read those comments later and feel a little less alone in the night. You can also save this video so it's ready for you whenever sleep feels far away again. There's nothing else you need to do. No rush, no pressure. You can let the sound continue, or allow silence to take over, or drift fully into sleep, knowing another calm journey will be waiting for you next time. Good night, sleep gently, and we'll meet again.